Welcome everyone. Today I have a very important discovery that I want to share with you guys. How you can turn this one exalt of 5 exalt items into this one divine items. Yes, I'll have a live demonstration to show you guys, and I have just succeeded just before now, but I didn't record it, so I bought 2 more to show you guys how this can be done. Now this is an amazing method that can allow you to Vaal of existing unique items, which is a free reroll. So instead of using a divine orb to reroll the item, which only costs 1 divine, you can use Vaal orbs to potentially get lucky onto those items to reroll the FX from 1 to 3, and this will allow this particular item to sell from 1 to 5 exalt or maybe 10 exalt into 1 divine or 2 divine or 80 exalt. So you can potentially hit the jackpot of getting 10 times more for what you spend for. And this is a massive discovery, and the potential application of this is massive. You can see people are doing this to endgame uber unique items to corrupt them, and now I finally why. Now the biggest focus of this video, of course, is how you hit the big jackpot, not just 1 divine, but over 100 or 200 divine. So what people are doing is they're using similar method but with a more advanced approach with high investment to potentially corrupting something like 10 divine into something like 200, 180 divine. And this is crazy, so let's go through this video. So excited to explain this to you guys, and hopefully for some of you, you can be hitting a jackpot and making tons of currency because of this. Of course, this is a gambling, so remember, in gambling, there's ING involved, and you're gonna see on the second part, sometimes I can succeed, sometimes I can fail in gambling as well. So yes, to run you guys down a simple method, because you guys always say I talk too long, so what you do is, you have to find the right unique items or uber unique items that did not roll perfectly. And sometimes it is not worth it to use divine orbs on those items because you just want a +3. The moment you get a +3 on this particular club, the price will go to 60 to 80 exalt, or 1 divine at least. And before that, all of those items, 1 or 2 rolls minions will sell for 1 to 10 exalt. So the method is you're using the Vaal orbs as a free reroll. As you apply the Vaal orbs onto those will roll all the FX randomly with a chance. And this can potentially allow you to hit a jackpot to make something like this. Notice that this one's already corrupted with +3. This means I corrupted it and I rerolled the stats from 1 to 3. And I'll do 2 more to show you guys in this video. Now before we dive into the live testing and demonstrations, I would like to give a big shout out and thank you for Belton, who is a very professional crafter for Path of Exile 1, and I do recommend learning from Belton and subscribing to him for Path of Exile 2. He has just released a video, and this is where I'm learning from actually, and my friend actually told me about this, so big shout out and thank you to CB for teaching me. Now Belton also has provided a tons of notes which I'll go through with you guys on the second part to learn everything, even with the corruption, which will give you better chances of min-max your rolls. So here I'll show you guys, you can buy those Omens of corruption to give you even more crazy predictions to your rolls to even make the big jackpot over 10-20 divines this way, which is actually pretty amazing. So yes, make sure you follow and also subscribe to Belton, and what I do is I try to make this a dark mode for you guys for easy reading. So coming over to the second part, and we're learning from Belton's notes. Again, a very big shout out and thank you for him for sharing those secret Path of Exile 1 technique. So similar to Path of Exile 1, a Vaal orb can give you unpredictable outcomes, which are 4 of those. The first one is it will do nothing. The second one is it can add a socket. The third one is that it can corrupt modifiers. And then the fourth one is changing at least one of the affixes on the item. Now our biggest focus and goal is actually this one. When you change at least one affix on the item, it will also randomize the item's rolls within the range. So this not only can give you a free reroll like a divine orb, but this also randomize the items, which can potentially randomize them into even higher rolls for the biggest jackpot. Even if you recognize close to 80%, you can see that this still sells for like 10, 20 or 30 more divine with an endgame item. And there's ways to improving those randomizations with certain omens. So this can also be happening on the rare items that can roll for a lot of stats and also things that is happening. And people can do this on gems, which can also be profitable if you know how to do it. People also do this on jewels. People also do this on warstones. So How is this happening is that not only are you rolling with Vaal Orbs, what is happening is when you apply Vaal Orbs onto an item, it will also roll all the affixes, and this can run upwards as well. And from this particular idea, the easiest way we can make some big gamble with corruption is finding the right base of unique items that just need a particular stat to be right. And for me over here, it's a +3 weapon. And I have a few other links to share with you guys, and if you guys do find other better items to gamble, you can let us know in the comments below, or you can potentially make a lot of profits just knowing the basic concepts, and this is a great example. So those items initially sells for 1, 5 or 10 exalt. I did buy a bunch just to show you guys. Notice over here I'm buying them for 1 exalt, and then later 5, 9, 10 exalt, and I succeeded one. That's why I want to make the video. So there's 2 more I want to show you guys. So notice all the ones I buy, they are not corrupted. You have to make sure the first ones you buy, I will have the filters available for you guys. Any unique items you buy must not be corrupted, so you can do this yourself. And if you get lucky with corruption, with a +3, all of a sudden you make 1 divine or even 80 exalt on this item. Now before we dive into the corruption demonstration, Belton also explained that using Omens of corruption can help you to remove the do nothing option. And this means that notice that previously we have 4 options with the corruption. Removing one of those will give you greater chance of getting sockets, better corrupted mods, or changing the effects. Now this is especially worth it, especially when you don't want to use divine orbs on high-end gears like those Ingenuity Uber belts, which can roll anywhere from 40 to 80%. So people, what they can do is they can actually come over to the exchange, or you can buy on the exchange over there. They buy the Omen of Corruption, and this item currently sells for a lot because everyone just pick up this method. They have this in your inventory before you use the Vaal Orbs, and then evolve it, and this removes the chance from 1 out of 4 into 1 out of 3. So this will give you a boost. How much is that? It's like 25% and 33%. It's about 8% bonus chance of getting the right Vaal you wanted. And sometimes people are saying the waiting on do nothing is even higher. So not only is like 8% increase, it could be 16 or 20% increase of better chance of hitting the jackpot of valving. But there's a catch. This item will cost a lot of currency. It is not worth it when we're doing the low currency items like those, so I'm just going to valve it very soon. Yes, I'm still teasing you guys. You get those items when you're valving a much more expensive item. But remember guys, once you corrupt the item, it cannot be changed. For super unique items or super uber unique items, people might just use the divine orbs because divine orbs allows them to continuously to roll onto the FX until they get a good FX. Let me show you the price of a good FX. Look at this, 92% corrupted valve, and those sells for 180 divine. Pretty crazy, right? So usually this can roll to 80%. 80% of this one is a 47 divine orb. So people can use divine orbs, or people can use the corruption method in getting one of those and then corrupting a good one. And this can have crazy outcomes like those you see over here, hitting the jackpot for over 180 divine using the Uber belt, using the same method we just mentioned. So what people do with Uber belt is they can search for the no corruption, and then if they search for a minimum roll or cheapest price like those, they might get it for like 5, 10, 20 divine, and then they can consider using those particular corruptions, try to roll the range on those things, and even potentially hitting the bigger jackpot of making those bigger. So notice that before you corrupt it, the highest you can go is 80 divine or 80 FX with 46 divine. But here, if I any corruption, and all of a sudden you can see you can go as high as 92 because corruption can increase the limit range of the item. And this goes for over 100, 200 divine orbs suddenly with a massive jackpot. So to summarize our method, for the lower tier unique items that just need 1 good roll, you can buy those for 1 to 2 or 5 exalt and try to hit the jackpot like those. And also, oh, some people are buying my items. I'll finish on the video, of course. So as the more expensive method, before you're valving it, people actually will get this particular item, and this is the end game of the items. You can find the omens down here, guys, in case you're wondering, and you can see the price of those items to exalt. They are going up in price because people are picking up on this, and this will allow you to hit even bigger jackpot of getting 100 to 200 divine with a gamble. Now, we're going to gamble the cheaper ones because I don't have the resource or anything to gamble this one. And let's have a look. So here, I'm just going to apply this, and there is about maybe 1 in 8 chance of getting this right. Let's have a look. So bang, bang. Oh, I did not get it. So this means I have wasted about 5 exalt and also 1 exalt. I think I bought 1 for 10, 1 for 5 exalt. So there is a chance of failing. It's important me to show you guys. This one, I believe it did nothing. This one added 1 socket. So it's 1 in 4 or 1 in 8 chance of getting this correctly. And sometimes you can fail. So keep that in mind. This is why people make the big box. And this is why they sell for much higher because they're valving this. And of course, the biggest jackpot is this one. Now, what you can take away from this video is, even though you might not be valving this or buying those items to valve to gamble, you can always consider valving items before selling them if you know what you're doing. So people who are selling those for 1 to 5 exalt, if they just valve the ones, they could potentially sell this one for 1 to 2 divine. And this is a bigger catch. Currently, I know there may be 3 items we can potentially do this. I think people are doing on the clubs, people are doing on this, and if you watch Belton's video, he also shows there's other items people can do this on. So again, look at these videos, look at those boosts. He's valving for different items and different methods, and this allows him to hit bigger jackpot. And I have those similar filters ready for you guys, but I do refer back to his video, which he'll teach you even further. So hopefully this video helped with you guys, and even though I couldn't show you guys live, this is what happens when you get this item. And here, once I leave this item for 80 exalt, I would have made my money back from gambling the other 2. Now before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so, because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is going to be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.